NEET 2026 cutoff is going to be crazy. It'll skyrocket. My dear NEET aspirants, already there are 7 students who are claiming 720 out of 720 as of now in NEET 2026. Same thing happened in NEET 2024. 67 students got 720 out of 720. Now, this is just, I would say, 3 days after NEET. Now, you see in the upcoming time how many more students are going to come and they'll claim 720 out of 720. My dear NEET aspirants, Wasim sir gave you the cutoff, expected cutoff previously, okay, state-wise, category-wise. But my dear NEET aspirants, listen to me very carefully. I received the data. I spoke to a lot of other educators, okay, because data keeps on coming. Based on that data, I was shocked, my dear NEET aspirants. This, I would say, when it comes to the cutoff, when it comes to the safe score, is going to skyrocket in NEET 2020. I would say 6. If you are expecting you are going to get the college at 570, 580, that is a lie. Okay. So my dear NEET aspirants, in this particular video, I will be telling you state-wise what is going to be the most accurate cutoff. I will be telling you what is your safe score, what is going to be your rank, okay, on what marks you are going to get what rank, each and every single thing with the proof and proper analysis and proper details. Make sure you stay with me till the end and make sure you smash the like button, you share it with your friends also. Let's dive into this particular video. Let me give you the proof also, each and every single thing in this particular video. There are 3 things which we need to keep in our mind. When it comes to the cutoff, when it comes to the safe score, when it comes to getting the rank, or when it comes to entering the medical college. Difficulty level of the NEET examination, okay? This is the most important factor, I would say. Most 80 to 90% it will depend upon this. Then you have the number of students, okay? Number of students are almost same. And then you have the number of seats, almost same, okay? Slightly increase, that means almost same. So this is the main and key factor which decides what is going to be the, I would say, rank of the student, what is going to be the expected cutoff, every single thing. First and the foremost thing, my dear NEET aspirants, when it comes to the MBBS seats, government medical colleges, you have got 63K, okay, 63,000, okay. And you have private medical colleges, that is 65,000 seats, okay, that's it. So we are focusing on these 63,000 seats as of now. So I would say same as last year, my dear NEET aspirants. And when it comes to the general category, you have got approximately 28,000, I would say, seats over here. Now, my dear NEET aspirants, since when we talk about the number of seats, approximately same, so this is not going to matter, I would say, that much. When it comes to the difficulty level, this is what is going to matter in this particular case. My dear NEET aspirants, when it comes to the difficulty level of NEET 2026, I would say paper was extremely easy. I know there are a lot of students who are saying, sir, it was not easy. It was easy, but it was lengthy a bit. Not that much, a bit, I would say, when you compare it with NEET 2024. If you compare the paper with NEET 2025, it is nothing, bro. Trust me, it is nothing. Okay, just the formula-based questions I saw in physics. Okay, those questions which were asked previously in the NEET examination also, those same questions were repeated over here also. Okay, then there are 2 categories of students that I will say. The first category is the normal student who enter the medical college, who get the score like 600, 570, 580, something like that. Then there are toppers. When you put this paper in front of a topper is going to solve this paper in just 1.5 hours. Okay, in, I would say, 2 hours. I spoke to a lot of students out there. They said, sir, we solved this question paper in just 2 hours. It was extremely easy. Okay, so my dear NEET aspirants, when it comes to this difficulty level, I would say easy, but it was a bit lengthy from the student's perspective. Then my dear NEET aspirants, when it comes to the physics, I would say easy. Easy. When you compare this with NEET 2025, it is nothing. Okay, then you have the chemistry. I would say easiest. And then when it comes to the bio, it was easy. Now, since the lengthy part is over here added, so I would say I will consider it bit difficult as compared to the NEET 2024. Okay, because of this lengthy portion, because of this lengthy part over here in this particular case. So my dear NEET aspirants, when you talk about NEET 2025, very difficult paper. I would say how much difficulty? 100%. Extremely difficult. Okay, good level paper. And when it comes to the NEET 2024, very easy. Easiest. Okay, difficulty level approximately 25 to 30%. And when you compare this NEET 2026 paper, I would say it is easy. So when you compare it with this one, so difficulty level, you can keep it like 35 to 40%. Sir, why this 40%? It is because of people say, sir, this was a bit lengthy from the student's perspective. That's why I'm saying this is 40% over here. Then, my dear NEET aspirants, let's talk about first NEET yearly cutoff. See, guys, when you talk about 2022, general category, it was 596. Okay. And in 2023, 610. And in 2024, I would say 652. So I told you over there, when it comes to the NEET 2024, 67 students got AIR 1. So now, my dear NEET aspirants, you see the cutoff in NEET 2024. And in NEET 2025, the difficulty level of paper was extremely huge. See, this completely depends upon difficulty level. Over here, you see this, it was 525. So now, if I am saying the NEET 2026 paper is approximately similar when you compare it with NEET 2024, so means cutoff is going to increase. That is for sure. So if there is anyone who is telling you that you'll be getting the college at 570, 580, 590, that is a lie. That is a pure lie. Let me tell you that, my dear NEET aspirants. Okay. Similarly, this is for OBS, EVS, SC, ST. You can see it exactly over here. Now, my dear NEET aspirants, when it comes to the NEET 2026, I would say most accurate. This will be the most accurate cutoff. Okay, for general category, I would say it is going to be 620 plus minus, I would say 5. Even you can keep it 630 also, 630 also. Okay, because the difficulty level of NEET 2026 is similar to the difficulty level of NEET 2024. So that's why you can say between 620 or I would say 630, you can keep it like this. Similarly, you can basically see in this one between 615 to I would say 625. Okay, 625. You can say it something like this. And accordingly, you can add over here. So this is for the OBS category, EVS category over here. This is for ST. This is for ST. This is going to be the NEET 2026 most accurate cutoff when you compare it with the data. When you check the data of the previous years also, based on those facts, you can exactly say it like this. Now, my dear NEET aspirants, if you ask me, sir, what is going to be the safe score for me? I would say 620 plus is going to be the safe score. What is the percentage? I would say 99% safe. 99% safe if you are getting 620 plus. If you are getting 610 plus, I would say almost safe. Okay, nobody knows. Almost safe when it comes to the 610 plus. This is going to be the safe score. Now, my dear NEET aspirants, when it comes to the rank, like AIR 1, I would say this is AIR and this is 2026 marks. Now, my dear NEET aspirants, we say this 700 will go basically as AIR 100. Approximately, I can say it something like that. Most accurate. And then you have 1,000 rank. So it will have, I would say, 660 marks. 10,000 will have 660 marks. And then you have, 1,000 will have 660 marks. Then you have 10,000. 10,000 will have approximately 640 marks. And then, my dear NEET aspirants, 50,000 will have, I would say, 600 marks. So if you're getting 600 marks, so means your rank will be around 50,000 only. So, my dear NEET aspirants, this is going to be, I would say, the rank wise. So when it comes to the state wise, let's suppose you are living in the different states. So in different states, you can increase, I would say, 60 marks when you, whatever was the cutoff in the last year. If in your state it was 550 in the last year, so you can increase 60 marks to 550. That is going to be the cutoff this year also. One more important thing I just want to tell you, my dear NEET aspirants, in this particular case. This is very important. Please do not leave the video. These are the lectures, okay, of all the chapters which I have taken in Phoenix 2.0 batch for NEET 2026 students which have given the exam recently. Now, my dear NEET aspirants, if you open up the PDF of all of these chapters and if you compare with the NEET 2026 paper, you will find all the questions in these PDFs. That is for sure 100%. Because I will be coming up with the video also very soon. Now, my dear NEET aspirants, if I say, like over here, I have taken different chapters in a detailed manner. Some chapters in 20 lessons, some chapters in 10 lectures. Okay, depends upon the length of the chapter. But every single problem pattern I discussed in this particular batch. You have seen our videos on YouTube. You have seen the level of content we provide on YouTube. So that is just the YouTube. What about the batch in which we teach in detail? every single problem pattern I have shown the students. Almost, I would say, from every single chapter, I have solved 400 to 500 questions in the class itself. In the class itself, 400 to 500 questions. Now, my dear NEET aspirants, the same batch we are coming up again, that is Phoenix 2.0, but for NEET 2027 students. My dear NEET aspirants, if you are aiming to crack this NEET examination in the upcoming time also, want to learn from us because you know the level of content we provide, be it YouTube, and this is the batch. In batch, we basically we are in directly contact with you. Whenever you feel basically you have any sort of problem at any point, we help you at that moment, okay? So be it doubt solving, be it any DPPs, every single thing, be it the tests, okay? Because we do the analysis for you also, in which test, how you guys are supposed to perform. Okay, so my dear NEET aspirants, when it comes to this batch, I don't want you guys to miss out this particular batch because we are starting this from 20th of May. If you are planning to join this, please do not miss out any single class. That is my suggestion to all of you. So this batch is starting from 20th of May, completely in English language. And my dear NEET aspirants, we will be completing the syllabus by December end. Sir, what about that? After that, we'll be coming up with the revisions. Okay, so that more and more we revise. Okay, so that you'll move towards the selection. And one more important thing, my dear NEET aspirants, in this particular case, we will be providing you the study material that is most authentic. Okay, which this you guys are supposed to follow this study material only. Apart from this, no reference book, nothing else. Guaranteed selection, my dear NEET aspirants, if you follow whatever we say, because you ask the students. Yesterday, a lot of students were calling. Sir, we got all the questions from your notes only. Be it Wasim sir, be it you, be it KK sir. So every single thing, my dear NEET aspirants. And DPP after every session, my dear NEET aspirants, this is very important. And live doubt solving. Whenever you have any sort of doubt, you can speak to us. Even for this, my dear NEET aspirants, we'll be creating this separate Telegram channel. Because in the Telegram channel, Telegram group, not the channel, group, where we can have discussions. If you feel any sort of problem at any point, you can basically put up and we can discuss that. And my dear NEET aspirants, tests, because right now in the recent paper, people were saying, sir, the paper was lengthy. Paper was not for lengthy for those students who were giving the tests continuously, regularly, because they had practice. So if you have a test every single day, I would say every after 14 days, so definitely it is not going to be difficult for you in NEET 2027. That is for sure, my dear NEET aspirants. Okay. And 3 classes every single day. My dear NEET aspirants, chemistry, Wasim sir and KK sir will be taking. Okay. You know the level of content they provide. Physics, I'll be taking. Biology, botany plus zoology, Tina ma'am is going to take. That is for sure, my dear NEET aspirants. Okay. So basically, guys, okay, one more important thing I just want to show you over here. That is the course flow, which is very important. Okay, that is the course flow. First and the foremost thing, let me show you, this is the biology course flow. We have designed, it took us almost a month to design this course flow for NEET 2027 students. This is the course flow. Okay, this is the start date and this is the end date. These are the number of lectures. You can exactly see the number of lectures ma'am is going to take. And similarly, these are the chapters, rest of the chapters of biology. And this is the start date, end date, and these are the number of lectures in this case. Similarly, when it comes to the physics course flow, these are the number of lectures, okay, I'm going to take in this one. This is start date, end date, and these are the number of lectures. You can, like optics, I'm taking in 12 lectures in a detailed manner. Each and every single problem pattern I'm going to discuss. Like my dear NEET aspirants, rest of the chapters, physics course flow. And this is the chemistry course flow. Okay, you can exactly see the chapters which Wasim sir and KK sir is going to take. Okay, and this is the start date, end date, and this is the number of lectures. This is the chemistry course flow, rest of the chemistry course flow. And this is the test flow. What is the syllabus of the test? Okay, what date you guys are supposed to give the test? Each and every single thing, physics, chemistry, and biology, because tests play a very important role. Because after this test, we'll be discussing the paper also. After this test, we'll be basically doing the analysis also. Why couldn't you solve the questions from a particular portion? So my dear NEET aspirants, this is the complete detail over here. And these are the class timings you can exactly see in this particular case also. So my dear NEET aspirants, take a look at this. Take a look at this. So make sure you join this as soon as possible. The link, there is a link in the description below. If you click onto that link, my dear NEET aspirants, you'll land onto this particular page. And automatically it is going to use the code that is YAWAR. You'll be getting 60% of the discount. The link is in the description below and comments also. So my dear NEET aspirants, you can join this for 36 months also, 24 months also, 12 months also. Okay, this is, I would say, 4,699. Okay, for 12 months, this plus subscription, or we say 392 rupees in this particular case, my dear NEET aspirants. Okay, so I can say in this per month. So I can say in this particular case, my dear NEET aspirants, I want you to focus over here. Listen to me very carefully. This batch is going to be very important for those students who are aiming to enter the medical college in the upcoming time. So if you are planning, my recommendation, my request to all the students is join this as soon as possible, because don't miss any of the single classes out there. Because that is very important. That is very important. So the link is in the description below. You can join this particular link. You can join this particular batch, and I will see you guys in the batch itself. Take care and bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you.